Shotgun with Charlie.
Riding shotgun refers to the practice of sitting next to the driver in a moving vehicle. The term riding shotgun came around after the time of the stagecoach, when somebody used to sit next to the driver holding a shotgun, in case they ran into bandits. My name is Charlie Cook, and I drive a lot. I like to talk to people while I'm driving, so I interview people in my car while I'm driving. Welcome to Riding Shotgun with Charlie. All right, welcome to this issue of Writing Shotgun with Charlie, and this is for Armed Lifestyle, and I am so excited to have with me my very good friend, Robyn Sandoval. I always say Sandoval, like the V comes out as a B, but I don't have a speech impediment. I have Robyn Sandoval from A Girl and a Gun. Robyn, it is great to see you.
Good to see you too, Charlie. I feel like we haven't seen each other as much lately as we usually do.
Well, it's because you're jet setting around the country with a girl and a gun.
Well, there's that.
There is that. We didn't see each other at NRA, did we?
No, I wasn't at NRA. I was actually on vacation. The first vacation in like a decade. I went to Greece.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yeah. So that was a hard decision to skip NRA, but it was nice to take some time off.
yeah, that's very good. You do need that time too. You got to go recharge your batteries, and this is what we do all this for, so we can, and we work hard so we can go enjoy our time. And
Yeah. It's funny because A Girl and a Gun is my job, but it's also my life, and it's hard to find the balance sometimes because I love what I do so much, and it incorporates so much of who I am, what
oh
I'm
yeah,
passionate about and the work that I do. So it is kind of hard to unplug and to separate, but it is nice sometimes to be able to turn my phone off for a minute.
yeah. This is the whole do what you love and you never work a day in your life, but it's still work.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's easy. I always say people want to do all the cool girl stuff till it's time to put in the cool girl hours. They don't realize how hard it is.
Yeah.
But again, it's a labor of love.
What's the what I've heard someone say success is like a duck. Like it's a duck above water and a duck below water, like you're paddling as fast as you can, but it looks like it's a breeze.
Right. It's very much that way. People think, they think they know what it is, but it's actually a lot of chaos. But at the end of the day, if my members are having a good time and women are learning and growing and building a community, that's what's important.
Nice, very cool. Well, it like I said, it has been a while since, like you said, it has been a while since we've talked. So, people, obviously, you've talked in a million places about your backstory and how you became a gun gal. Let's talk about all the things that A Girl and a Gun offers to their members. Like you were talking about sniper school, you're sending gals to Glock to do some work at Glock, and you said you're looking at stuff for the Fall Fest, and you did the drift thing at the beginning of the summer, right? Where you
Yeah.
teach gals some defensive driving.
Yeah. Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. So that's the important thing is that we have 4 pillars at A Girl and the Gun: education, recreation, competition, and community. And I try to incorporate all of those pillars, those values really into the work that we do. So a conference is our biggest event of the year. That of course incorporates all of them. Oh, it actually pre-registration goes on sale tomorrow night. I'm very excited about that. So all of the ladies who attended this year get first dibs on a ticket for next year. And I'm expecting to sell 600 tickets in about 30 minutes. So very excited about that. And then in a month, registration will open to the general public and we'll sell out then and have a lengthy waiting list. I hope if it goes according to last year and the previous years. This is our 13th conference, and every year it just gets bigger and better. So it's very exciting. So that's exciting news for tomorrow is that pre-registration opens. And yeah, this week I actually have a group of girls at Glock for our Glock getaway. Twice a year, we take a group of girls to Glock to take the armorer's course and the operator's course. They're at Glock Professional in Smyrna, Georgia, at the Glock headquarters and with the Glock team. And we're the only commercial group that Glock invites out there, and we have a really amazing relationship with them. And so I love it. 10 years ago when we started this, I think that we've been doing the Glock getaways for probably 7 years now, 6 years. And back then, there were very few women who were armorers. And I started noticing a trend that it was really more guys that were kind of tinkerers and, would get out their Dremel tools and talk to everybody about all they knew about the Glock and really any kind of firearms platform. And I just thought, if I want to learn this, maybe other women want to learn it too. And so we started having this trip out to Glock, and it's been so great. These ladies learn that it's working on a Glock is like adult Legos. It's like Legos for grown-ups. It just goes together, and seeing them so empowered about being able to speak about um, to dispel myths, really. When a guy at the range or another girl at the range says there's no safety on a Glock, they can actually speak about the Glock safe system and all of those things. So it's very empowering for them to understand how the Glock platform works as a basic fundamental introduction to armorers courses, because now they can really build on that. They can be confident field stripping, diagnosing, and then that leads, of course, the Glock platform is a great one to learn on, and then they can advance into other models and types as well. But I love seeing the girls, the light bulbs come on and they think, oh my gosh, I never thought I could do this. And then they do it. So I'm excited to see pictures and hear about that all this week.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got a Glock and I barely take it apart to clean it. Because I know it'll take a beating, but I'm always afraid to like pop the end piece off and see what else is in there because I'm like something's gonna come flying out. I'm gonna lose an eye and I'm never gonna find these parts again.
You
So
won't lose an eye, but you might lose a spring, but you can get more of those. It happens. It happens. You have to know how to hold it so the spring doesn't fly out. But
yeah, that's I'm not a handy guy. So these ladies know more than it doesn't take much to know more than I do. So
no, it's so fun for them to go and spend time with, the Glock team. Some of them are my favorite people on the planet, and they will have such a great time this week. And then next week, our girls are heading out to sniper school. So that is our long range precision class. They're going to be shooting over 1.5 miles away in Colorado. 1.5 miles targets, engaging steel at 2,003 yards, learning the concepts of how to really thread the needle through those wind conditions, how to read mirage, how to handle, understand ballistic coefficients, and all of the things that make up the long range experience. And they're going to be making their own ghillie suits, kind of like a little arts and crafts thing, and understanding the concepts of concealment, the principles of that. And so basically, again, just like our Glock girls are playing with grown-up Legos, our sniper school girls are going to be playing grown-up hide and seek. It's really fun. And once you learn the concepts of it, um, you think, why don't more people do this? It's just, um, I'm really proud that we offer those kinds of advanced opportunities to ladies.
yeah, that is really, really, really cool. I was just thinking about this, and I wanted to bring it up. One of the things that you have is you can keep talking about the other things, but I wanted to make sure that we hit on the book club that you guys have.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, we have several things that we offer virtually for members. So if they can't travel to us or come to one of our getaways, they can participate virtually. So pretty much every week, I host some kind of virtual discussion. And once a month, it's the book club. So every month, I assign a book, books that I may have read or books that were recommended to me, or sometimes it's just a wild card. We'll all find out together if this book is good or not. And so we kind of dive in and then we discuss it as a group at the end of the month. So every month has a theme. Throughout A Girl and a Gun, we have a value of the month. And so that kind of translates into a lot of our discussions, and the book kind of plays into that theme as well. So, yeah, so I'm fortunate that a lot of the authors that have written these books are people that I know or that are in our network. And so I'm able to invite them on and talk about their book and their inspiration for it and give some girls the insights of it. But even without the author, it's a great time for people to expand their knowledge, their mindset, be exposed to different concepts, or
mhm.
um, it might be some kind of inspirational story. It might not always be the it's not always the mechanics of marksmanship. A lot of times it's just how to live a more empowering life, how to be more adventurous, how to have better situational awareness. And a lot of times it plays into what we do, but at the end of the day, it's about um, just growing yourself and your mindset and exploring new concepts.
Very cool. Very cool. I do like buying books. I wish I liked reading books as much as I like buying books. Like I have a great collection, great little collection of books, and I like having a number of books that are signed by the authors. But I picked up what did I picked up back in the spring? I picked up, oh my gosh, I think it was 5 of Jeff Cooper's books from the
Hmm.
gun site website, and the Art of the Rifle, I think, was like the $35, but the 4 or 5 of his other books like $1, and I'm like, how can I not do this? So I have like a pile of Jeff Cooper books like this that I need to go through and read. So yeah,
Yeah, that's really great to get that back fundamentals, to see how the industry has changed, how our concepts and a lot of things have remained the same because, a lot of Jeff Cooper's writing was the foundation of the work that people do nowadays. So it's
yeah,
kind of neat to go back to those old school concepts and see the beginning and
mhm,
kind of also see how it's been butchered over the years from
right.
the original intent. So it's nice, I think, and I think it's really valuable for instructors to have that background and that context to be able to relate it to our students.
For sure, for sure. Did we talk about drift? Or did we do
No.
that before? We did it we did it before the
So,
show, right?
yeah, Drift is pretty awesome. Drift Academy is we do it twice a year. We take girls out to the Virginia International Raceway. The guys there are amazing. They're all American heroes that have been deployed a million times and just have so many skills to teach us. So we learn how to shoot in, from, through, and around the car, tactics around the vehicle, how to be safe in parking lots, parking garages, streets, and gas pumps, places where you're around a vehicle where often there's a lot of crime. A lot of times in those transitional spaces, people are very transient. There's a lot of opportunities for crime. And so I really wanted to give women the opportunity to learn specific skills for those places. And so we start with situational awareness, de escalation, pepper spray, non lethal, understanding the use of force. And then if we have to escalate to lethal force, how to do that safely, how to understand the bullet trajectory when it goes through a windshield or when it deflects off the car or the ground around the car. And then not only are we shooting, but we have a track day where we actually get in a car that is rolled over and you climb out the windows and you go on the drift pad and you skid around and learn skid control. And of course, for you being in Massachusetts, that's just a daily trip to the grocery store. But for me in
Right.
Texas, learning how to drift and do the skid control was really a very scary but empowering experience to do it with an instructor and to learn how to control the car. And then we go on the track, and these girls learn high speed evasive driving, how to shoot the gap, how to get off road recovery if someone's trying to push you off the road, how to get back on. So, really, everyday skills that they can learn in their lives or use in their lives, no matter where they are. It's like those things we hope that you'll never have to use the gun, but many of us are in our cars every day. And so, those kinds of skills can really keep us safe.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I talked to someone that is he's a driving expert, teaches defensive driving, and he says, listen, after we figure out the math of everything, everything else is just science. Like, this is how you do this. Once you're going this fast, you can do this, you can do that. This is how much the car's going to swing over and how much you're going to slide and all that kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's learning the feel of the car and learning how to control your eyes. Much like when you do target transitions, you lead with your eyes, you look at your next target. It's the same when you're driving. And so teaching your eyes to go where you want to drive to, if you're staring at the wall, you're going to hit the wall. So how to move your eyes to where you want to be. And that's a skill that takes practice and you don't want to have to do it in the most terrifying moment of your life. You want to have a little bit of those skills under your belt so that when you are in that situation, you know what to do.
Gotcha. 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 Very cool. Let's talk about the what do you have coming up? You have the fall event, right? I know
Yeah,
you
our
talked about the
our
registration and the sign up, but what
Fall
can I
Fest. Yeah, no,
fall
that's
fest?
for conference, registration for conference, that's next
Oh my
April.
gosh,
Um,
I can't keep up, Robin. You get so much stuff going on. I cannot keep up, Robin.
Yeah, well, I just got back yesterday from Missouri, which is where we're having our Fall Fest. That is our three gun university, our pistol match, and our three gun match. We are the only all ladies three gun match in the nation. So we'll have 100 lady three gunners out there running through the woods in Missouri at the Lucas Cattle Company. Mr. Lucas is gracious and lets us take over his property basically. And so we get to run through the woods and shoot pistols, rifles, shotguns on the clock and play the game of three gun. And so prior to that, if ladies don't know the game or want to improve their scores in playing the game, we have Three Gun University that teaches them, some of the tricky or some new experiences that they may not have had that Three Gun provides. When you're at an indoor range or when you're shooting an IDPA or action pistol match, it doesn't always include your shotgun, your rifle, and all the other things that entail. So what makes three gun fun is not only are we natural terrain, so we're running through the woods, but we're also using all the platforms. So we've got short, close targets, far away targets. I think we're going to have targets out to 700 or so yards. So it's a real challenge, and I'm always excited to see how the girls rise to the occasion.
That is awesome. This sounds like so much fun. You do have a good gig.
It's great. Well, that was the fun part this weekend, was just going and standing in a place in the woods and say, well, what if we cut down these path through these trees, and could we put rifle targets way over there, and just kind of thinking about what would be fun. And so there's a fire break in the in the field. There's a cut where, so that it doesn't burn down. So
Mhm.
there's a gap that goes kind of far, and we haven't used that area before. So we're going to pull out a Humvee and have girls climb up in the turret and engage rifle at 400, 500, and maybe out to 700 yards. So yeah, so they'll start with shotgun, they'll work to pistol, then they'll dump their pistol, get in their Humvee, engage with rifle, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a fun time.
That is great. Oh
That
my,
is our GI Jane stage.
no kidding. That is incredible. That is incredible. What else is going on with a girl and a gun? So you talked about conferences, like the cool thing, of course, at conferences, shooting from the helicopter, right?
Yeah, a lot of girls come and shoot from the helicopter. We do everything you can think of. If you think it, we do it. So whether it's pistols, rifles, shotguns, shooting from the ground, shooting from the helicopter, every kind of concealed carry or competitive action sport. We do a lot of non-shooting things too, a lot of dry fire classes, instructor development. We do knife defense, unarmed defense, a lot of medic classes. We do bushcraft and survival. We do archery, hunting, um, ground fighting, retention, like literally, if you think it, we do. We have some legal discussions, we have some situational awareness discussions, we have just lots of classes. So there's 65 training areas. So we have classes going on at one time. And um,
5.
yeah, so I manage 65 training areas. Um, I know I only have 32 live fire areas. It's a bummer.
It's, you're
So
slacking here, girl. You're slacking.
I know, only 32 live fire, but then we supplement that with some airsoft, some force on force. Well, at conference, we usually do force on target or force on role player, but
Right.
just so the girls can have those dynamic shooting classes and, hopefully do things that they haven't done before. That's kind of the goal. Is a lot of ranges don't have the opportunity for shotgun sports, trap, skeet. So we have those instructors teaching those and introducing girls to those sports. The same with three gun. It can be kind of gear intensive for people to get into, same with long range. Those rifles are expensive. The optics cost even more than the rifles. And so we have our loaners there. So ladies can do a 3-hour block with these instructors to see, is long range something I want to learn to do? Is archery something I want to learn to do? So we provide all the loaners, and it gives everybody kind of a little taste of this instructor or this concept or this topic. And that way they know that they can go home and go and learn some more about it.
That's amazing. How many? So you got 65 different things you can offer to a participant. How many can someone get to when they're there? Like, if I know every year is going to be different, so could somebody go like for 9 years and do something different? I mean, I know they can do something different every time,
Yeah.
but will they hit everything? And you
So I
know,
have 65, basically 65 bays. So there's a different class, and then we have 6 sessions. So a morning session, an afternoon session for 3 days.
gotcha.
So each session is different. So ladies will get 6 classes with instructors. So they'll rotate. So you might take a three gun class in the morning and an archery class in the afternoon, or a ground fighting class in the morning and a three gun class in the afternoon. You might be working with concealment the next morning, and then going and learning gunsmithing and maintenance in the afternoon. So it allows you the variety to try a lot of different things and to meet a lot of different instructors. But yeah, you're right. That out of all of these classes and all of these instructors, we'll have 90 instructors there teaching, and these ladies only get to meet with 6 of them. So every year they already kind of know, hey, I heard about this class. I really want to try and get in with that one. So there's a lot for them to do year over year.
Wow, that's incredible. So someone could go for 10 years and do something different every single year.
I hope so. And I encourage them to do that. Although sometimes ladies have their favorites and they're like, I'm going to take a Brian Hill class every year,
Mhm.
or, they'll have their favorites. And that's fun too, because it's a great time. It's a chance for them to kind of show how they've been growing. They learn something, they go home, they practice it, they stay with a girl in the gun at our girls' night outs. They really hone those skills because that's the work that happens in the local level. So
Right.
we have 350 chapters across the country where girls are doing the work every other week. And so they're practicing those skills. So they like to go back and show their instructors how they've improved or take the next level of classes because all of our sessions are kind of, they're gauged by level. So at a Girl in the Gun, we have people assigned into color tracks, and color tracks designate different experience levels. So sometimes they might go home and really do the work and come back and want to take that class again at a higher level and see, get the next piece of information to continue their journey.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, we need to wrap things up here. How can everyone find? I know because there's so much stuff.
I know. I could talk about a Girl in the Gun all day long, but thank
All
you for the opportunity for me to talk about it.
Oh, it's always my pleasure. Where can people find everything A Girl and a Gun?
At agirlandagun.org, there's an events tab that talks about our events, find a chapter tab where they can find a chapter near them and learn more about us. All of our membership perks and all the about information is right there on our website, agirlandagun.org. And we also have all the social channels as well.
All right. Well, we're going to put links to all that in the show description. Thank you so much for being on. It's always a treat, always a pleasure to see you and hang out with you and hear all the amazing things that you're up to. Um, please, for everyone that's watching the show, please check out armedlifestyle.com. You can find all the past and previous Writing Shotgun with Charlie's there. Please check out the Writing Shotgun with Charlie YouTube channel. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much.